Making the invisible visible. Black women, 365 days of the year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
So hey, my name's Romanah Buchanan. I am a mom of two, firstly. That's the first thing. Before anything else, I'm a mom to two beautiful children, Rain and Malachi. I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, all great things outside of work. And I think I love that you asked that question about who you feel like you are outside of work, because so many of us define who we are by our title, and we are so much more than that. I'm also a massive believer in the Lord. Like, I'm an advocate for my faith, and that comes through boldly in like my work a lot, my presence as well, hopefully. And then I'm the creative director and CEO of Eloquent Dance. So I'm building a creative ecosystem that is eloquent. We started as a grassroots dance organisation 12 years ago, serving the community through the power of movement. And that vision hasn't really changed. It's just broadened and become bigger. So we now still serve young people, but we also house a professional company, a talent agency, an art centre, studios, and artistic programs that span across the year, all with the central theme to empower creatives through the power of movement. I always like to say, like, dance is the door at Eloquent, but the future is the destination. So a lot of people come through to a class or a performance, and then they engage with the different things that we do that span across performances, entrepreneurialism, enterprise, talent pathways and development, and so much more. I think what's really exciting as well is that when I started dancing, that representation piece was often lacking. I couldn't look up at leadership and see people that looked like me. And it caused massive confidence issues. But I love with what we're building through Eloquent Dance, young people can see themselves represented at all levels, from our board to our teachers to our staff teams. They can see that they can be so much bigger than where they are now, which I think is really powerful. The first one is Eloquent's first professional production, Torch of Excellence, that premiered at Birmingham Hippodrome in 2023. That was a big one because I just had my daughter and I was getting back into dance after being a new mom, and I was really unconfident. Like, I felt like I couldn't find my zone again. I was struggling to find that creative bag. And that was the first big show off the back of that. And actually, I loved every moment of it. Like, stepping into a different level of artistry, working around a young, thriving toddler, getting inspiration from her to create work. That was massive. So I'd say that's one that shifted me and how I make work as a mom. And then the second one was starting a podcast. I started a podcast a couple of years ago called Move with Purpose. And I really wanted to be intentional about speaking about things outside of dance, not just dance, dance, dance. So I intentionally interviewed like founders, creative leaders, change makers, social enterprise leaders across the board. And it has given me like a mini master's degree. I've learned more from interviewing all of these incredible people than I did on my university 3-year degree in teaching. It's been transformational. So those are the two massive pivotal points for me in my career. One thing that I love to be at home, I'm a homebody. So even though I might be like at all these different events in these different places, I just can't wait to get home. Yeah, I'm such an introvert at heart. My daughter's an introvert and I can see where she gets it from. It's definitely me. I like to be at home. So even though I like the noise, the performances, the shows, etc., there's nothing for me like being at home. That's where my heart is. I don't. So anyone watching this, like, don't learn from me because I just don't do it. It's really bad. I'm trying to learn a new groove here because it's not sustainable. And I think if you're going to build something, you need to be joyous in it so that you can stay in it long term. I look at some of my inspirations, like Paulette, for example. She's been in this sector for years and years and years. And I draw from her, and I draw from people like Gail and Ian at Ace Dance and Music, Ken, Rick, Sandy at Boy Blue, Danielle Rhymes LeCointe, Zoo Nation. I'm drawing from these incredible Black leaders on how they hold joy whilst building something bigger than themselves. For me, I like to travel. I like to travel the world. That helps me to do that, and then spend time with my family. That gives me joy. But I haven't quite mastered it yet. I don't know if it's because I'm young. I only recently turned 30. I haven't tapped into this one yet. So I'm trying to learn from those that have gone before me.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the invisible visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.